Yo, guys, what's up? And welcome back to the Marvelous Chats podcast. This is episode 200. Tonight on the cast is myself, Finto, and Alex, aka Zaberwolf. We're going to be talking about House of the Dragon, season 3, episode 1, and any other nerdy news in between. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Leave us a comment below if you're watching a replay. And if you're listening to us on any of the podcasting apps, leave us a review. It really helps out. Without further ado, here we go. Yo, what's happening?
Hey man,
How are
how's it
you?
going? Pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just before we get started, I just want to say a massive thank you to anybody. This is episode 200. So, a massive shout out to anybody who's been listening or watching this whole time, or if you're just new to the channel, we really appreciate you. I hope we're here for 200 more and 200 more after that. So, yeah, I feel like we're just getting started. And yeah, just massive shout out. We have people
Man,
who listen to this from all over the world, man. It's kind of crazy. Just two nerds sitting down, having the chats, having fun. And yeah, it's great. It's great. How are you, man?
good. Just dealing with work, trying to keep up with everything that's going on. Realizing that a lot of things are coming up very soon, in terms of like movies and TV. So it's just like it's crazy. We had a like in terms of what we watch and the content that we provide, like we had a little bit of a drought like for about half the month, I would say. And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden now it's just gonna be a wave of a bunch of crap that we're gonna have to go through.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, like obviously we had a House of the Dragon, which we'll go into in a bit of depth now shortly. But like I've been watching some stuff on Apple TV, and there's a couple of new shows on Netflix I want to check out. And obviously, we've got like Supergirl's coming out at the end of the week, or I think it's coming out on Friday. Maybe I think there could be advanced screenings of it happening now. I know the Irish premiere of it was last night, so I know a few people that were at it. I'm kind
Mhm.
of trying to get some insider goss into what they actually thought about it. So yeah, interesting. I've seen a couple of reviews, not great. It's not looking strong. Doesn't look like the movie's going to make any money. So I'm worried for DC in that sense because they're not off to a great start. I'll probably watch the movie anyway. A friend of mine was like Jason Momoa's like stand-in for the film, so like
Mhm.
that was pretty cool. He got to be on that set all the time, kind of working closely with Momo and stuff. So I kind of nearly want to see the movie just to support him more than anything else. But I'm probably not going to see it in IMAX or anything. Like I'll probably maybe go to like a midweek show, just a cheap show or something like that, just to see it.
Yeah.
But my missus has no interest in watching it either, so I might have to go to see it by myself. Like, so I'll have to see. Um, but yeah, what are you looking forward to? What have you got on the horizon?
Just I would say the bear, to be
Yeah,
honest.
that's going to be great, man.
I'm really hoping that it turns out all right. It's kind of tough doing another season after like the previous season was really good. I
Mhm.
think that even if they had never made another season, it would have ended on such of like Sopranos note where it's like, what do you think happened?
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of would have liked that maybe because then, I always had the thought that they were going to do the Michelin star run and, it was going to end on a really big high and, they're all successful and everything. But from what we've seen in that trailer, it looks like they're doing the opposite. So it's going to be interesting to watch. And I personally kind of do prefer the direction that they're going because I think it's going to be like kind of back to the vibes of season one where they're just struggling to survive. So
Mhm.
me personally, I think that was when the show was kind of at its best. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'll feel very sorry for them though if it comes to the end and they've just completely failed and everything's just over.
Yeah, I mean, it just really depends on the aspect of the like Carmi and what his output is going to be in terms of like the coming back, because obviously
Yeah,
from what we see in the trailer, like we do see that he eventually will be back. I was hoping that maybe he things would actually like work just fine, and that he would be able to kind of like move on or maybe like do something else, and then maybe he would come back. But I was just more interested in maybe him like just trying to be a free spirit and like seeing like, okay, well, I at least left something behind that the other team can like work towards, and they're apparently successful without me, so I can live my life.
bro, I'll be very honest with you. I completely forgot that Carmi walked away at the end of the last season. And like, there's no way he's going to stay away. Not a chance.
Well, no, because
I
they
really don't see it.
well the premise is already set that he like essentially he doesn't want to leave, or
Of
like
course not.
he decides he wants to come back, which I'm like, eh.
I said this to you last year, man. I said he won't be able to stay away for a week. Like, I guarantee you he'll be in the restaurant like the day after. It's good. He's going to be straight back into it.
I
Like, it's just
I
it's
wouldn't
his personality, bro. Like, it's just
I
who
wouldn't
he
say the
is.
day after though.
Well,
Like
maybe.
I would very much say like maybe give it like an episode or two, and then he'll probably start thinking about it. Episode 3, he'll come around, and then episode 4, we start seeing him back up and running, and
Yeah.
then like it's got to gradually get in. We can't do it like oh, I just came back. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Who
Sup,
cares about
everybody?
what you said? Yeah,
I'm the boss again. Yeah, I don't know.
like what?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm very excited for that. I'm excited for X-Men 97 as well. That's going to be really good. That's coming
Oh,
on the
absolutely.
1st of July. That's going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've loads of stuff. Anyway, let's get into the first topic of the night anyway, which is House of the Dragon, season 3, episode 1. Tell me all about it. What did you think?
I thought it was okay. I think that the bit of the dialogue was not up to par for some reason. I wasn't feeling it. It felt a little bit iffy. Like I think that they should have done something more with Rhaenyra's monologue or dialogue with that advisor when she was locked away. I think that maybe she should have been a little more hard pressed about like how she said that she's like a woman, but she's also got the heart of a king. And it's like, well, you're kind of groveling a little, like you're not groveling, but you're kind of like sulking about it, and you should really like stand tall and say as such if you feel that way, like show the confidence. And I wasn't feeling it with that. So when we see the interaction, I thought the Hightower, what's his name, Aemond, when we see Aemond and Alicent in the chamber essentially chatting, and then she's trying to get him to stay, and it looks like it's going to be at the cost of like sleeping with him in the sense, which you could see like from it was she did really good acting in that moment, because she, like, you could see that moment when they were like slowly getting closer and closer. At one point you could see her like
Pure terror.
taking a like she's swallowing. Yeah, like you could see it, and it's like, oh shit, she doesn't want to do this.
Pure terror.
She just knows she has to.
Yeah, it's fucked, man. And that was such a great scene because it just shows how like truly fucked he really is. Like gone in the head, like it's hilarious. I loved the episode, man. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. It's sitting on a 9.3 on IMDb right now. It's fucking insane. I thought they just hit the ground running. Like big battle scenes, dragons died, like fucking big deaths, like big characters dying. Like it was just straight to the races in episode 1. Yeah, I don't know. It felt like the show never left. I felt like they just like literally continued on from the last episode, which is kind of strange because usually in episode 1 they're trying to kind of settle back in and remind everybody what's going on, but this just went straight into it. I loved the scene. Like, I know this is going to sound terrible, but I loved like the scene at the very end, the death scene, because it just really proved that half of these guys are just fucking nothing without their dragons. Like they have the arrogance to walk around thinking that they are just like absolute royalty and that they are like kings amongst men, and without a dragon they can't do shit. It's poetic, like, and like honestly, like it is the downfall. Like we know the family are coming to a downfall, like we know it. But it was just like, I think the only like true there's only a couple of like true knights, like actual warriors within that rank, and it's Aemond and Daemon, like, and they better have a fight together. Like the two of them better go head to head, and like it's going to be epic if they do. But like they're the only two. Like everybody else are absolutely fucking useless without dragons. And I thought that was like kind of poetic, just to show that like literally dragon goes in the water, it's game over. I thought that was really, really cool. Like the dude, like he's sitting on the back of the sword. He's sitting on the back of the back of the dragon, and he has a sword on his fucking belt. Like You know, it's like take the sword out and try and cut the fucking rope away. Like, you know what I mean? Like, do something. He's just sitting there watching the poor dragon drown. And like, and I know by the time it hit the water, there was a big hole in the side of his neck. Like, it was over at that stage. But like, I don't know, man. He just didn't even try and do anything. Like, it was just, it was. I thought it was funny. Like, it was just, it really showed like just how absolutely useless half of these people are. Um, and
Honestly, I think it was just bad directing. They should have had him pull the sword out.
I just think
And
I think everything that we saw was done on purpose, and I think it was to literally show how green as grass they are. Like they know nothing about battle. Like they just think because that they can ride horse, or they can. I keep trying to say horses, just because they can ride dragons. It like they think that they rule the world. Like you know.
well,
Where-
no, because from the previous seasons, like they've been trained.
yeah,
Like
but
they know how to use a sword. It's just that like they don't like he. What I'm trying to say is like I'm pretty sure he knows how to use a sword. He was taught by the dude who was like essentially like sleeping with Rhaenyra,
mhm.
and then essentially like they're still being taught. Like
I don't.
it's
I
a
think so because it's probably part of like their culture or whatever. But I don't think that they're actually good warriors. Like.
not to say that they're good warriors, but like common sense. Like that's
Well,
all
like
I'm saying is
I could swing a sword too, like you know, you know, easily,
right.
but doesn't mean I'm a good fucking fighter.
No, I'm just saying common sense.
Yeah,
They would know to at least pull out the sword and attempt to try to reach for
yeah,
the rope, unless he just knew that it was below the chest, which honestly, like it's still stupid to try to reach for it. If the dragon's already going down, like you gotta like what are you gonna do? It's like being on a horse and then the horse just gets slashed underneath the chest. Like I don't think you're gonna get off the horse immediately and go check on the horse. Like there's no other way around it. Like he was kind of dead, dead to rights in the sense like for like against the other army. Like he really shouldn't have been out there in the first place. The idea
and that's
was
the
that he
arrogance.
was.
That's the
It's not so
arrogance of
much
them that they go out into the middle of the ocean with like thousands of people trying to kill that one dragon, and they go out there thinking we are invincible. Like I thought that's what I took away from it. I thought it was a great lesson that the Targaryens probably needed to learn the hard way. That look, just because you ride a dragon doesn't mean you can go out and just turn the tides of a war that's happening on the ocean. Like you know what I mean? Like there are consequences to going out there. Like you know, and he he found out very much the hard way.
right. And like I agree with you in some aspect, but the other part of it is also knowing that like the fact that she's the queen and she's supposed to be the true heir to the throne, they really can't let her go out there. Like she's trying her best to go out there and do the fight herself, but if she dies, that's it.
Yeah.
Like who cares if Jace dies? Who cares if Rhaena dies? Who cares if any of them die? If she dies, it's over. It's
Yeah,
100% over.
who's I'm just trying to think now. Who's the true heir to the throne now?
It's Rhaenyra. It's always been Rhaenyra. It's just
No.
they
If sorry, if in your scenario, if Rhaenyra dies, like if she goes out into battle and dies, who is technically
one of the boys.
who is there any of the boys left? There's no. She doesn't have any
Yeah,
sons now.
we have no. I'm saying one of oh my god of what's his name? The actual king before he died. I forgot his name. Do you remember who I'm talking about? The one that got with Alicent and had kids.
Yeah. So it would be technically Aemond then.
It would any of them because like she is technically the true heir to the throne because she was actually born first, and he also said that she would be the next person in line. So that's the whole point is that once they birthed an actual son, when he died, basically he was trying to speak of the prophecy, and the prophecy was stating about Aegon, but it was a different Aegon.
Mm-hmm.
So
Jon Snow.
well, there's multiple Aegons.
I'm pretty sure that he's talking about Jon Snow though, but it's the my question was just in this family, I suppose, who is the next rightful heir? Is actually Aemond, who is technically sitting on the throne right now.
Okay, let me pull you back. Rhaenyra was born first. She
Yeah,
was
she's
given.
dead.
She was.
She's
So
dead
now
now.
she's dead. So now
Mhm.
it's either Aegon, Daemon, or whoever else that's left with Alicent's children.
Yeah.
Technically it could be the bastard sons, but like it can't, because when you think about it, the his actual sons are brothers and sisters to, or brothers to Rhaenyra. So it wouldn't make sense to give it to the sons of Rhaenyra, because the king still had kids other than Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be a line of succession from that point. And if she's, and I think like that's what I understand. But and if you're talking about in terms of this war, that's what would happen essentially.
Mhm.
If there was no war, if Rhaenyra had actually taken the throne and then she died, then it would be her sons.
Her sons.
Yes,
Yeah.
because she's already taken the throne, so therefore her word is law.
Yeah.
So when she says that her sons are going to take over next, that's exactly what's supposed to happen.
Mm. But if her sons are dead, so does it move on to somebody else, or does it defer back to her brother or sister? Technically her brother, right?
It's always going to be her until she dies, and then whoever is next.
Yeah.
So that's like when your third son Joffrey, and Joffrey dies, we go to your fourth son. It really depends, because right now there's a war going on.
That's part of what I'm thinking. Like, because when the family splits in half for the war, does it then? It wouldn't revert back to the other side, right? Technically.
No, it would, because like, well, so that's the thing, is like, so you're thinking in terms of like where they currently are versus what kingdoms that are currently existing.
Mhm.
So when you see like Daemon and Rhaenyra and their kids, and then you see Alicent and I forgot his name, they had kids in addition to Rhaenyra, like afterwards. In that kingdom, if Rhaenyra dies, then technically like everything else that would follow through would basically say that Aemond is next in the throne, because Aegon is already fucked.
Yeah.
And
He's
so
still
they
alive though,
see,
and I presume he's going to make a comeback. But would he then be able to just claim his throne back, or is his
if
throne
Rhaenyra is
already
dead.
gone? Yeah.
If Rhaenyra is dead. Like, but in terms of Rhaenyra's kingdom, the next in line are her children.
Who are dead?
I think there might be one left. I can't remember.
I think her two sons are dead now.
She
After
has
this
three.
episode.
She had three.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure she had three. I could be wrong, but I swear it was like three and three.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I thought both of her sons were dead. Hey Kate, how are you? My mom loved GOT, but I can't stand it long enough the Starks. Lost her 2 years ago today. I'm sorry to hear that. Appreciate you stopping in. Thank you.
Oh, it was Viserys. Okay, so she has 6 children total.
Rhaenyra does.
Yeah. So you have Jace, Luke, and Joff. So Jace is gone. I think Joff is dead. No, one of them is like, basically
The
there's
youngest one was the one that got eaten by the dragon in the last season, right?
right.
And then she just lost Jace, the oldest son, who would be her true heir, her bloodline heir, or whatever you want to call it.
Right. And I think Luke is still alive at this point.
Okay. Interesting.
Nope. No, maybe not.
Yeah. This is what we're saying. Yeah. So if she's on the throne, it would go to her son. If Aemon is on it, would go to his future kids. And
right.
She has 5 kids, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I wish I kind of I wish I rewatched all of it before this, because I'm just like forgetting some of it. Like I forget how many kids she has. You know, I would like to be a little fresher going into it.
Yeah, technically it is 5 live children. There was that one stillborn.
Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, I think it's going to be interesting. I wonder if like Aegon, like the guy who the king who got burnt, who technically is still alive. Like I don't think Aemond, the one with the eye patch, all the names are so confusing. I don't think him just like deciding to take the throne is actually like solidified. Like he can't just really take it. Like, but I suppose the Aemon or the king like fled. So does that mean he gave up the throne? Like I don't know if he's just in retreat, but he's going to make a comeback and he still is the king,
Well,
or
that
if
was the
Aemond
argument.
is technically the king now.
That's the argument from Aemond, is that he abdicated the throne.
Yeah. But like,
So
and I know, remember when he sat down at the table and he put the stone down as if he's like voting or whatever? Like, is that all that's needed? Like, is he literally considered the king of king of the
he,
seven kingdoms now?
he's acting. He's essentially acting king with Queen. I think it's called Queen Regent.
Yeah, but
So like
yeah, so,
technically, Allison is supposed to be ruling.
right. Yeah, look, it's interesting. It's interesting. I can't wait to see more. It's off to a phenomenal start, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'm like kind of interested in what they decide to do next after Jace's death. It was really stupid of that one lady who took sheep stealer.
Oh yeah, and just straight away, just can't control it whatsoever. Just goes and
Right.
causes ructions, and I presume we're going to see a big fight between that dragon and the other one. I was kind of making jokes about it, like it'd be so funny if the two like misfit dragons kind of team together. It's just like, hey man, like why are we letting these little humans boss us around? We run these streets, like we rule the skies. If the two of them just like got together and just started fucking everything up, like that'd be absolutely hilarious.
Oh, that'd be weird.
Yeah, it'd be so funny, man. It's like, guys, why are we fighting? Like, it should be us against them. I thought this was going to be the last season as well, but IMDb lists that there's going to be a season 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of story to go through for this show. It takes a lot to really like go through and talk about this stuff. So like I totally get why it would take forever for it to kind of reach its end.
Yeah.
Because like there's a lot of things that are going to happen that I can't really talk about, because if I do, then it's straight up spoilers.
Yeah.
But
I saw
I think it's sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say I saw some clips on TikTok that reference back to like the original show and like Joffrey from the original show talking about the history of the Targaryens and stuff, and obviously he spoils it by kind of revealing what happens to certain characters. And I watched that show like back when it aired first, so like I'd forgotten about all these like small little conversations. Like you can't absorb all the information, right? And then like you see these clips and you're like, oh shit, because now you know who this character is, and you're like, oh, that's what happens. And you're like, fuck. So like it's so funny. Like there was like kind of bit of a trend going around socials for a while that like Joffrey was spoiling House of the Dragon, in the original show, which is very funny. What did you think of when the two new dragon riders were like disputing whether they should go back or should flee, and they saw that kind of beast thing in the distance? Was that just like, because again, I only saw that very quickly and I haven't really seen anybody talking about this, but I didn't want to rewind back because like me and her were both like into the episode. But I was like, was that like a dude, like a jack dude wearing like a mask or something, or like the head of an animal that he killed, or was it actually like a beast?
You know what? I didn't really get a good look at it.
I didn't either. Like, I didn't want to like ruin the pace of the show by going back. I was just like, "Whoa, what the fuck was that?" Yeah, I presume we're gonna get the answer, but like, I don't know if anyone in the chat knows this. Like, was that actually like a beast, or was that like a man wearing like a sacrificial thing that he killed or some shit? Because it just looked like a big jack dude. Like, but I was thinking like, if that's like a beast, like that's very new to the world, right? Like, because we've never really seen shit like that in, like, I know obviously the whole Ice King thing in the original show and stuff, and like that got a bit weird, but that was about the end of it, right? There wasn't really any other, or I suppose there was like the big trolls and stuff in the original show, wasn't there? I'm trying to think back, like if there's been any like mystical like characters or like beasts or whatever, or creatures in the show apart from you know like witches and stuff. Like I think it was
Right.
I thought the original show was pretty grounded, but now I'm kind of thinking back like maybe there was some stuff that I missed originally or just haven't remembered because I haven't seen it in 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of mystical shit in this show, which is kind of cool. But it also shows like how it's weirdly like, every time they do some sort of ritual, like there is technically some sort of explanation to it, as if
Yeah,
it were like
it's
it's not
really
actually.
grounded. It's really grounded, I think. Like, and that's why I don't really think about it too often because it's like it really feels like a kind of alternate kind of just medieval history, right? Where back in the day, like you would have believed that there was witches around and all this stuff because you didn't really know any better or whatever. Like like all the Vikings and stuff like that. Like in our past, like they're praising the fucking rain and all this shit. Like and
Yeah,
like it was just that's what it was like back then. Like so, I kind of you kind of think that that's just folklore and what people believe and so on, but yeah, you don't really see much of it in this show, or maybe I'm just misremembering it.
right. Yeah, like that's kind of the convoluted point when it comes to this show, but it's nice. Because in some cases you're like, oh, well, that can be explained by this, and this, and then that like you could totally see how things could be explained, and then you go to like the other side of the wall, in the north, and it's like, oh no, this is straight up magic.
Yeah, this is zombies and shit, and
Yeah,
future seeing beasts and bleeding trees that could tell the future and all this crazy shit. Like, yeah, yeah, no, it's cool, man. It's cool. Ah, man, it's such a great show. Such a great show. I'm loving the fact that it's back. I was only talking to so one of the clients I said I go to, they hired an IT manager and he sits in the same office as me. And I was chatting to him on Monday morning. I was like, "Oh, did you check out House of the Dragon last night? Like, did you watch the new episode?" And he's like, "What's that?" And I was like, "What?" And he's like, What's that?" And I was like, the Game of Thrones, the new Game of Thrones season." He's like, "I thought Game of Thrones was over." And I was like, "Have you never heard of House of the Dragon?" And he's like, "No, no, I've never heard of it." I was like, "What?" I was like, "It's a spin-off show set like 300 years in the past or whatever. Like it's about the Targaryens and the Dragon Riders and like their run on the throne. It's like set like hundreds of years before the original show."
yeah,
He's like, "I've never heard of it." I was like, "Man, wow." I said, "That's actually crazy. Like that I've never heard of it because now you have like by the time he's probably caught up, he'll be able to probably binge 3 seasons of it.
mhm.
Um, which is crazy." Oh, I was like, "You're so lucky, man." And he's like, "Yeah, I thought like I didn't like the end of Game of Thrones, so like I was kind of done with the show." And I said, "Yeah, I understand that because I know a lot of people felt that way, but this is kind of the show back to its greatness. Like, it's as good as like the original 6 seasons of the show." So I was like, "You definitely have to check it out." So he was like, "Oh yeah, great, great. I'll throw it on the list." And I was like, "Yeah, there's another one as well. Now the Seven Kingdoms." He's like, "Jesus Christ, how have I missed all this stuff?" I was like, "I don't know how you missed this either, man. Like, what the hell? You've been living under a rock. What's going on?" Absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, I feel like nowadays it's very easy to like not get sucked into any shows that are considered like highly popular. There's so many things that are going on in the world nowadays, like
True.
all these video games, all this, all the sports going on. Because like I mean, I'm watching sports quite often as well, and kind of not necessarily paying attention to a lot of nerdy news, like I used to, but I still try to jump in on it every now and then. But I'm really enjoying what I'm watching right now, and
That is there's so much TV. Like we've never been more spoiled for the likes of TV and stuff that we are right now. Like
yeah,
that's a fact. You know what I mean? Like all these different streaming services coming out with just banger after banger all the time. Most movie people are working in TV now. Like you know what I mean? Like it's TV's where it's at. Like TV's
yep,
doing better than cinema right now. So it's just a complete 180. So it's definitely interesting. But yeah, like I suppose like House of the Dragon. I only said this, and again, I think my phone was listening to me or something. But I kind of said to my missus there yesterday. I was like, because we don't get we the episode airs like at 2 a.m. our time on a Sunday
mhm,
night into Monday morning. So, we both have kids and, we fucking have jobs and we're not staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning to watch an episode of TV. So we have to usually wait until after work on Monday to watch it and Monday after, like before my stream on Monday night. And, I woke up on Monday, I had completely forgotten that it was on, doing my usual kind of checking my social media stuff and all. Like, and like, I remember back in the day, like if you ever even opened up any social media app whatsoever, the first thing you would see is a spoiler for the new Game of Thrones episode. Like that was just standard. That was expected. And now it's like I didn't see one post about House of the Dragon at all. And like it's phenomenal. Like the show's incredible. It's scoring so high, but like nobody or not enough people are watching it that it just hits all the algorithms like automatically, right?
Mhm.
And then we sat watched the episode. I was delighted I didn't see any spoilers or anything because I would have been pissed off if I saw that the dude died at the end of the first episode. That would have really annoyed me. Um, so I was glad I didn't see any of that. And then literally, I mentioned this to my missus. I was like, "Have you seen any like posts or memes or anything about the show?" And she's like, "Yeah, I saw one or two people kind of talking about it or whatever on TikTok or whatever or Instagram." And then I started seeing stuff getting posted to me. It was weird. It was bizarre, man. It's like the phones are listening. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like and I don't know if this is just like this isn't just this show. It's just I suppose algorithms maybe how they work now. I don't really know. Like again, like I presume my phone knows that I'm watching shows on like Apple TV and stuff like that because again I have an iPhone and my Apple ID like the account is linked to obviously my Apple TV and so on. So Apple know that I'm watching shows on Apple TV, and then
Mhm.
I'm surprised that the phone isn't pushing that content to me on my phones through social media because that is like how it works, right? But like I finished watching Widow's Bay. Fucking phenomenal. Cannot recommend it enough to anybody listening to this. If you've never seen it, check it out. Fantastic TV. But like I've never seen one post about that show on social media ever. Now maybe me saying this right now, I'm putting it out there and my algorithm's gonna change tomorrow now. But I have never seen any posts about it. It's bizarre. I talk about it in our Discord a bit with some people in there who've watched it
Mhm.
as well and love it. But that's it. Like outside of Discord, I don't see anything about it, which is so bizarre. I think if this was years ago, like you remember, like like any show like Lost or Prison Break or any of these shows that were big back in the day when we were younger, like it would just be like all people talked about. And I suppose maybe there just wasn't as many shows back then, but maybe it's just the media scape is just so diluted that not everybody can be watching the same stuff at the same time anymore. I don't know.
Yeah. I
Weird, weird.
mean, there's all just different types of genres and whatnot, and um, I mean, the anime scene came in, and so like that kind of took over for a lot of things, and like there's just so many different genres and stuff that pop up that it's hard to explain how some people just don't know that House of the Dragon came about. I mean, maybe there's just too much content.
Yeah, yeah. That's that's an argument that could be had. All right. I just saw you mentioned anime, and I want to just bring this up because I know I'll forget about it otherwise. But I opened up YouTube this morning and I saw a trailer for the One Piece. Is that like a new
Yeah, it's
animated series? Is that the one you were telling me about? That's like condensed or whatever?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because I saw a trailer for it and I was like, what the fuck is this? Because like I watched it and I was like, is this not just the original anime? I'm like, I don't know, maybe like because I don't know if this is like if it's like this for you because I know you watch your stuff on Crunchyroll, right? But
Mhm.
in America, does Netflix have every episode of One Piece on it?
In what? In which
On
thing?
Netflix, like your Netflix in America, because we have different libraries. Like I have a different library in Ireland than you do, right? But
Uh-huh.
on your Netflix, do you have every episode of One Piece, like the anime? On No, none of.
I don't think so. I think there's some pieces, like some arcs missing.
So the newer stuff, basically, would you say? Like you can't go back and watch
Uh,
episode one?
no, I think you can watch episode one. I think it's missing just like like the second to last one that was done.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so it has most of it. For
Yeah.
me, when I go to search One Piece on Netflix here, I only see like like the latest episodes, and it only goes back maybe 20 episodes or something like that.
Hmm.
So there was like a real round off episode, maybe like was it like 1100 or something like that? I think it started there over here for us. So it's weird. Like so then I thought maybe this is them like re-releasing it and starting it again from scratch or something for us in
Gotcha.
Europe or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I know nothing about the show, but I just watched that. I was like so confused as to what was going on. I was like, what the fuck is this? But yeah, then I remembered. I was like, oh, I remember he was saying like something about them like re-releasing it but condensing it down to speed it up or whatever. So maybe that's just what this is.
Well, it's like it's condensing down to make up for the fact that it when it first came out it had to kind of be slower
Hmm.
to fit the scheme of like because they could do an episode a day and or not an episode a day, an episode a week, and usually the manga would come out every week.
Mm.
and that's like huge, a huge drain on Oda, especially because he was still creating the series, in the sense like he was still working on, it's kind of like George R. R. Martin, where he's like, oh, I'm working on the next book, I'm working on the next book, I'm working on, like,
Yeah.
while this is going on, he's working on the next arc, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually it caught up, and then once it caught up, they had to add filler, which then meant that you weren't watching the original show, like the original show. You had to watch things that are non-canon, and so that would allow him to catch up on his end with the manga.
Gotcha.
And then that would eventually create that next cycle of like, okay, well, let's keep going and keep going, and then it's like, oh, we caught up again. Well, now we got to do more filler again. So it's very much like it was that vicious cycle of like, oh, we're going to keep creating filler if we keep doing this over and over. So then eventually, like as of recent, they decided to change it to like change the runtime from 52 episodes a year to 26. So about half the amount that we would usually get per year.
Yeah. Right.
So then we would get a stream of weekly content from the anime side, but then we would also like be stopped at some point, and they're like, okay, we'll come back next year, we're gonna start working on the next stuff. But this would make it so that you would essentially get better content from the animation, you would get better content from the pacing, you would get better content from, essentially all of it.
Yeah.
And it would allow Oda to actually take breaks in between.
Yeah.
And not kill himself.
Yeah.
Because that was essentially the issue, was that he was killing himself on trying to like get this show finished up. He was pushing himself to the limit and essentially getting sick, and then he fucked up his eyes, and so he had to get surgery to get
Scary.
his eyes fixed up.
Scary.
It sucks, man. But like, I mean, he really wants to finish this series. He really wants to get things like rolling, but he keeps coming up with new things to work with, because the show, I think the show was supposed to end like, I don't know, in like less than 10 years.
Yeah.
And it just kept going. He just had more and more to talk about, more stories to work with, and honestly, that it's just such a cool thing to go through, but at the same time, it's killing the dude. And it's like, well, we don't want you to die before the show is over.
Fucking facts, man. That's great. Like it's amazing, his passion and his just like persistence to just keep going. Like it's crazy. Nothing but respect for the dude.
Super dedicated to the craft, and he was inspired by Akira Toriyama. And he essentially, like, Toriyama is kind of the main reason why we even have One Piece, which is great. Like having, like, being so fascinated with Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and that series and whatnot just sparked that, like I'd like to do the same thing with what I have.
Yeah.
And it's just taken off pretty well, and I like, great show. I'm really excited to see what comes about with the One Piece. It is definitely going to be condensed down.
And it's starting from the start, is it? Like it's gonna air at the start and just kind of do a faster paced like telling of the story up till where we are now.
Yeah, essentially. I don't know how far it's going to try to get, but I hope it just makes its way all the way through. I would say in terms of that, like the One Piece, I would say that it only needs to get as far as maybe Wano, and then it can just like stop from there, and then from that point it should be 1-to-1, because it's essentially like it should be an episode per chapter.
Yeah. Do you think like, okay, so it's going to be like way fast, like or do you think it goes in a similar pace to the live action but in anime? Like are they trying to do this? Are they trying to do this as like a jumping on point for people like me, where it's like, hey, here's like the show from the start in anime form, but like it's like super condensed, and like it's gonna maybe follow the path more so of the live action?
If it follows the path of the live action, it's gonna fail.
Yeah. Well, like I suppose people like you just well watch it, right? That's fine. But like people like me, I think that's the kind of audience that maybe they're trying to scoop up here, because they just know so many people aren't going to go back and watch 1,100 episodes or something like. Whereas it's like, hey,
Um,
we're starting again, and it's the story told in a different way, but it's the anime and it's remastered and refreshed and blah blah blah. Like, hey, jump in now.
well, yeah, like what I'm saying is like if it follows the same schema as a live action and tries to skip a ton of shit, I don't think the main people that watch the show, like the original show, won't like it.
Yeah,
If
no,
it's like
I
DBZ
don't think
Kai,
it's for
then
them. I don't think it's
if
for them at all.
if it's like DBZ Kai, it's going to be perfect because DBZ Kai is essentially just like basically it cuts out all the grainy stuff that you don't need, anything that doesn't need to be like added to the show to give it length and whatnot.
No side quests,
Um,
main story only,
like
basically.
yeah, I would think so. Like yeah, no side quests in the sense. Maybe if they have time, but like it would probably be a special episode if anything.
Yeah. Did you see that they released? They're doing like a movie trilogy of Batman. It's like an animated movie. It's called Nightfall. They released a trailer for it there like yesterday, I think. But it looks really cool. It's like a new animated Batman movie, but it's like split into three different films.
No, I
Looks
didn't
pretty.
hear
It,
about
it looks
this.
pretty cool. I can play the trailer here if you want, just to get a look at it. Even maybe we could just turn the sound off so we don't annoy people that are listening to it. But even just to kind of show you like the animation style and stuff. But it looks really fucking cool, man. Wait till you see this. Let me see if I can just pop it up on the screen here for people that are watching this over on YouTube. I'm gonna not share the audio just in case. And it's frozen. Hey, there we go. It's when I play something from my second monitor, bro. It shits the bed. I don't get it. Let me bring it over here. Can you still see this?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. The second I play it on my main monitor, it plays fine. It's weird. So yeah, it's just like Batman and Robin, like, but it looks like they're just going against like every fucking villain in Gotham. It's like a 3-part
Mhm.
movie event. I love the art style of it. It's really really cool. Bruce looks badass there. He's beaten up and scarred to pieces, and Bane looks cool. It's like comic accurate. He's got the venom and everything. And it's sick. Do you think that the DCU try and do that? They try and do like him like this, like Venom one, like Venom Bane, rather than trying to make it kind of realistic.
I mean, they should,
Yeah, I think they should. I
considering,
think they should.
yeah, because like Nolan's work is very much creative,
Mhm.
and I think it works for that universe.
Yeah,
When they do the DCU, I think they should go into like more of the classic design.
I think so too. Like fuck it, go all out.
Yeah,
Make it goofy, make it kind of cool, make it interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Like it looks good. Yo, Sharky, what's up? There's no sound. Yeah, no, I did that on purpose. Um, how are you, Shark? Um, I don't know what was going on there. Sorry, I didn't play any sound for the trailer. I just wanted to show Alex the artwork and stuff like that. I didn't want the trailer playing or whatever. But Andre's here as well. What's up, guys? Appreciate everybody popping in here on the milestone episode of 200. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm interested, man. I'll definitely watch that Batman stuff. Like, I really think that DC have the anime side of things in the bag. Like, it's just they do such a phenomenal job. Looking forward to that one.
Yeah, their
Also,
animation studio is like godlike. It's
it
crazy.
really is. It's absolutely fantastic. Um, like I even like went to see a couple of the movies on the big screen. Like it just works so good as well. Like the Batman or the is it the Batman Who Laughs or whatever? Oh my god, the Killing Joke. They released a couple of movies on the big screen. And even just sitting on the big screen watching them, I'm like, oh, this is it. Like, just do this live action. Like, what are we doing here,
Mhm.
guys? You know? Ah, it's fucking
It's
crazy.
it's the cost, man. Like it's
Mhm.
always the cost.
Yeah, maybe AI will fix that in 10 years' time. When they can
Yeah.
just put like, hey, turn, comic book issue, blah blah blah, or the paperback for this run, just turn that into a movie, please, starring so and so and so and so, and get them to just sign their likeness away, and then boom, we got a movie.
Yeah.
Just leave it on a computer rendering while they go out and do other things. It's fucking
I think that'd be
crazy.
really cool.
I do too. Like, obviously, I think actors need to be paid and stuff. If you're gonna let it be like Pattinson's Batman or whatever, like, or you bring back like Affleck or something for his likeness or something like that, and you just pay the actor. Like that's all. Where it kind of gets a bit weird would be if they start like creating people in like AI, like just creating generated people that aren't really people at all. I think that's where it will get a bit strange, because then it's like you're literally deleting like Hollywood. There's no actors, there's no nothing. There'll be like there won't even be voice actors. Like it'll just be all AI. Like I think that's where it gets kind of screwy. Like, and I think we'll be there in maybe 20 years time anyway, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. A media firm has done this already, you mean? I'm not sure. I think the chat's a little bit behind.
I think voice acting would be better. I think just create the work, make it all AI like driven for the visuals, and then just give the work to actors for
Actual voice
acting.
actors. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like I don't know if you've ever seen like behind the scenes stuff of like Mark Hamill doing the Joker and stuff. Like that is just pure talent. Like like that cannot. I don't believe that could ever be created in AI. Like I think
Yeah,
that
like
is just raw human talent. Like
yeah, definitely just make that hybrid feel so that it still appeases to the people, and so you get kind of the best of both worlds. And then yeah, just do voice acting, and I think that should work.
mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think, do you have anything else I want to talk about here today? Are you gonna go see the Odyssey, the new Nolan movie?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I mean, I think I'll see it eventually. I just don't know when.
You won't go see it on the big screen, like, or you will, like, you just not day one sort of thing.
I'm thinking about it. I just don't know when.
Yeah, yeah, I really want to see it. Like like it was specifically shot in IMAX and so on. Like I think it'll be like a spectacle to see on the big screen. I hope it's good. I really do. I have my Spider-Man tickets secured as well. I'm going to see that on the 27th, I think, or something. I'm getting to see it a couple of days early because
Nice.
I said to myself, like, I'm going to try and go see it like day one that it releases here in Ireland, and that's
Mhm.
actually a Wednesday. So it could be a case that on that day, I don't know how long the movie's going to be. I think it's like 2.5 hours. So maybe that day, because it's a Wednesday, I might. And this, I'm not saying you have to come on later, but if I'm like back by like say 11 my time, it might be cool to go live straight away as like a kind of initial reaction to the film, like straight out the screen seeing it. Again, I'll do it spoiler free, obviously, because I'll be seeing it before it even releases in the US. But um, I think that could be kind of cool. Like I don't mind doing it solo if you're busy and you can't come, but it could be cool if we jumped on like straight away and kind of gave my spoiler free review to it, like
I
literally
would
while the movie's fresh in my mind.
I would say do it solo. That
Yeah,
way you can actually do spoilers.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know if I do. Maybe I pre-record it and release it then, like have it go live on the Friday morning or something, like when it releases worldwide.
Hmm.
Because I'd feel bad about posting spoilers if a lot of people hadn't had the chance to see it. That's kind of shitty, in my
I
opinion.
mean, just slap a big spoilers in the front.
Yeah, maybe,
People are smart,
maybe I do.
man. People are smart. They're just curious, and if they're curious enough, they're gonna fuck themselves over by getting spoiled.
Yeah, I'm off that whole week, so I may dip into one last minute if I can. Oh yeah, let's go. So over here, it looks like the first showing of the Odyssey. I'm just looking up my local theater. Is the 16th of July, which is a Thursday. So Wednesday night into Thursday morning, they have a showing at 1 minute past 12 at midnight, and it's an IMAX showing. And let me see if there's any seats for it. It's like, except for the front row, it's pretty much completely sold out. So that's a very good sign. um, fuck yeah, I'm gonna have to try and book tickets for like that Friday. I would say the 17th, maybe if I can.
Hmm.
That would be ideal. But they seem to be showing it in they've got the IMAX screen, and it looks like they have the 4K like Dolby screens as well. So they've got like they're doing like big time showings for this movie. Like there's like 17 like air like viewings of it in like one day
Hmm.
here on the screen in this one theater here. So they're going balls to the wall. Runtime 2 hours and 52 minutes. Wow. Okay, it's gonna be a long one. Let's go. I'm excited. I'm excited. You know, fuck the haters, man. I think it's gonna be good. I hope it is. I fucking hope it is. I really do. Um, yeah. What if it's not? What if it's not? Says Sharky. What if it's not? Honestly, I didn't like Tenet. I didn't like Tenet either. So it doesn't. Like, I won't hate Nolan, but you know, I think a lot of people are kind of worried that like Nolan's reputation's on the line with this one because it seems to
Hmm.
be kind of very out there. You know, like they seem to be making some quite strange uh, like vision decisions and stuff of what they're trying to do here. If the rumors are
Hmm.
true, you know. So let's wait and see. You know, I go into everything with an open mind, hoping for the best, and hopefully it will do it. But my expectations are quite high, so I feel like I might be a little disappointed, but hopefully not too much. It's got to be better than Dune. I love Dune Part Two. I thought Doom Part One, I think, is a good movie. It's entertaining, it's fun. I thought Doom Part Two was like, in my opinion, 10 times better than the first one. And I think Part Three, the best that they can hope for is it's as good as Part Two. So I think that's attainable. I think that's possible. Um, the only thing I don't like living in Ireland, we're not going to have like Marvel's new like format screenings. So because Dune have all the IMAX screens over here, I'm probably not going to get to see Avengers in IMAX, which sucks. Like they're not. I don't think they're releasing it in IMAX. Like
Oh, weird.
Spider Man, yeah, Spider Man's not getting released in IMAX here either. So I have to watch it in 4K, which again, it's not terrible, but the 4K screen that I go to isn't as good as the IMAX screen. So I feel like I'll be sitting there going, this could be better, you know? That'll be in the
Hmm.
back of my mind the whole time. And then I have to sit through like Doomsday, which is like the Marvel mecca. Like it's the event of like, you know, the last 5 years for Marvel, I would say. And I'll be sitting there thinking, oh, this could be so much better. You know, it's gonna suck.
That's fair.
I think the Odyssey will have actual daddy issues. Okay. Uh, I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, I don't know. I think they did an awful job at starting the story part one. With all, it was all cinematics. Yeah, yeah, it was weird. And then like I don't know. Like I feel like because like isn't Jason Momoa in like the trailer for the part three, and it's like he died in the first one, and then like Josh Brolin died in the first one, but they bring him back in the second one, and what they're bringing Momoa back in the third one now. It's like what the fuck is going on? Like this is it's so weird. Like again, I don't really know much about Dune, so it's I don't know. I'm a newbie here, so I suppose my opinion doesn't really matter. But I feel like it is kind of all over the place. The story. Oh yeah, they say dad and not father. Yeah, sorry, yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's one of the things that people are like kind of pointing out about the Odyssey is like they're using kind of like modern day language in it and stuff, which is weird. Obviously, being set like in Greece like 1,000 years ago, and it's like Matt Damon's like running into war, screaming "Let's go!" and like Tom Holland's like, "My dad's coming home," and like it's like stuff like that. Like that's what people are just like. And again, what are we really talking about here? Like let's
Hmm.
actually watch the movie and not like break down every single word in one trailer. Like I suppose let's see what actually happens. Like I know the version of the book that they're basing the movie on was written in like 2017 by some female like feminist fucking author. So some people are very worried that it's going to be a very strange interpretation of the film. Again, let's watch it and find out, and we can talk about it after. It's like let's just see what happens. I don't know if any of this is actually going to impact the story that we see or whatever, but I don't know. Let's wait and see. I hold my judgment till after I've seen the film.
Gotcha.
Trying to think what else do we have. The first, I don't know if we spoke about Supergirl, but the first reviews are out for Supergirl and they don't seem quite strong. Um, like yeah, I don't know. I kind of I want to see the film just because one of my friends was in it, like somewhat in it, like he worked on it,
Hmm.
and I am a big DC fan. I would like to support DC on the big screen. I just like they always just shoot themselves in the foot. the film just feels like such a like meh. It's such a meh of a film, you know. It's like I don't really care too much about Kara as a character, and it's like, should she be like the second movie in the universe? Like I thought they probably should have done something a bit bigger, bit more grandiose, like at the start. Like I think maybe have her show up in Superman 2 and have a bigger role in the second film. And then maybe if she becomes a bit of a fan favorite, then you give her a solo movie or something. I thought it was
Hmm.
just a bit strange that it's like literally the second movie straight after Superman. We go straight into Supergirl. Like, if I was in charge, I think the second movie would have to be either, it would probably have to be like a Wonder Woman movie or something. Because I know you probably can't do Batman so close to the Battinson Batman 2 coming out. It would be weird if, like, within the space of like 12 or 18 months, that there's two different Batman movies coming out. That'd be kind of strange. So I can kind of understand for marketing purposes and stuff like that, and the normie fans why they're doing it that way. But like, give us a Wonder Woman movie or something, or try and continue on from Superman, and maybe you do like a JLA movie or something that's maybe set like in the past or something. I don't know. Like, I think there's definitely better options out there than doing
Hmm.
Supergirl as the second blockbuster movie. And like, if the projections end up being true, this movie is going to be one of the most colossal flops in the history of fucking Hollywood. Like, I think they're projecting to make like 40 million domestically. Jesus Christ, it's not
Sounds
trending
about
well.
right. I mean,
Sharky, yeah, it's not. Like, it's another classic thing where they're going to need to make 700 million for them to make money, for them to be profitable, and they're going to get nowhere near it. Like, how can they continue to do this? Like, not just DC, Hollywood. How can they continue to do this? Like I
well,
think
they just
Spider Man's going to be a massive success for Disney and Sony and Marvel. Like, massive success. I think the pre-sale tickets. I think heard somewhere that it's like one of the best selling pre-sale tickets of all time. So like, I think they already know they've got money in the bank. Like, and then I think
mhm,
word of mouth on the movie will probably be quite strong. They'll probably have a really good second weekend. Yeah, it's Spider-Man sells it regardless. It 100% does. But I wonder, like, even Spider-Man Far From Home, which a lot of people consider to be a pretty shit movie, that still did like 1.1 billion. I don't know if this movie, even if it's as good as like No Way Home in 2026, does it still break a billion? Like, I just don't know if I don't know if we're there like anymore. Like, I don't know if the box offices can do that anymore.
mhm.
I just don't know if it's actually physically possible to do those kind of numbers anymore. Like, I loved Far From Home. I actually did too, and I don't know if it's because I'm from Europe and the Spider-Man's going around a load of cities and to places where I've actually been. Like, I see all these like locations in that film, and I'm like, I've been there. I've walked across that bridge. Like, and I think that's kind of why I like the movie, because it's like, holy shit, it's Spider-Man like in Europe. Like, it's cool. And then I just
Mhm.
love the fact that obviously Tom is from London, and the big final fight scene in that movie is in London. Like, I was like, that's so cool. But yeah, I don't know. It helps. That's why I liked Suicide Squad. Interesting. Interesting. The first Suicide Squad or the second one?
It's got to be the
That-
second one.
oh man, the first Suicide Squad. Jesus Christ. That like lost all my faith in trailers. Like, I felt like I'd never been lied to as much in the trailer that I was in that film. Because that first trailer for Suicide Squad was a banger. Absolutely banger. I love the second one, but the first one I enjoyed because it was filmed in Toronto. I got you. I got you. There's a couple of scenes in that movie that are pretty cool. I like Deadshot's introduction where Deadshot, where he's like assassinating the dude, and he's like, you got 10 seconds to give me the money, or you're gonna lose the shot. And then he's like, yeah, put another million in the bank just for fucking around and all. And then he just hits the shot perfect. Like, oh, I thought that was so cool. That was real comic like. And then I loved like Batman with like catching Joker and Harley and stuff, and thought that was cool. Again, to see Affleck in it as well, I thought was really cool. I just want to search something very quickly. Sorry. What's the last movie to make over a billion in the box office? Let's see how far back we have to go to get a billion. Okay, I wasn't thinking about kids' movies. Zootopia 2 made 1.4 billion.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's not an animated movie. Sorry, I should have said that. Deadpool and Wolverine. Wow. Okay. So there hasn't been a movie that's hit over $1 billion that's a live action movie since the last Marvel movie, which came out in August 2024. I don't count the kids' movies because it's a day out, and you've like they're kind of guaranteed to make money for the most part. Like I think if a kids movie like doesn't break even, like it's an absolute travesty. Avatar 3. Oh my god, how much money did Avatar 3 make? Avatar 3 box office. Oh Jesus Christ, it must not have broke $1 billion. That's hilarious.
Well, it was. I mean, it wasn't going to. Like the story's not concrete enough.
It did though. It did break $1 billion. What? Yeah, it did.
Well, like over time or what?
Interesting. So it says here the worldwide total was. Oh, okay. Maybe the AI here is. I'm using like the Google search, but the way it uses Gemini AI now. Maybe that thought I was only speaking about America. Fuck's sake, sorry. I'm not going to waste time. I'll figure this out after. I'm not going to sit here to do Google searches. I'm sorry to people who are watching this. But yeah, Avatar 3 made like 1.4 billion, which is actually like, it's a good number, but it's nowhere near what the other two made. The other two crossed 2 billion.
Yeah, because the third one wasn't that good.
It was. I think I kind of laugh because like I think all the movies are kind of the exact same movie over and over again. Like if you think about it, it's like the first one, the second one was basically the first one again, but they were in water instead of like on land, and now this one it's like fire instead of water. Like they seem to just kind of swap it out, but it's pretty much the same kind of story, just regurgitated, but just slightly in the future. It's not great storytelling, really, to be honest. Like we're just gonna have Sully and your man, what's his name, the Marine guy. They're just gonna keep fighting against each other or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Keep surviving. Keep going.
Yep. Do what you must. Do what you can. I take the story of 3 over 2 because there was more. Yeah. I think 3 was probably slightly better than 2, but they were so similar that I was just like, oh yeah, here we are again. And like the sad thing is that like when those movies come out, like I just want to see the spectacle on the big screen. So I'm gonna go because it's like a roller coaster. Like, it's like going to a theme park and going on the Avatar roller coaster. It's like you just go because you want to experience it. I'm not really going for the gripping storytelling in the movie. It's just I want to see, it's a visual spectacle. Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. It is just a visual spectacle that I'm just paying to go see once every few years on the big screen, and then probably never watch it again. Like maybe I watched. Right. Yeah, maybe I watch them at home when my daughter's old enough to ask to watch them. I turn the room blue and we just sit and watch Avatar. Like I think that's probably the only time I'll ever sit down and watch them again. Last Airbender will always be my Avatar. Yeah.
The Last Airbender is definitely better. Like I mean the animated one, not the live action.
Yeah. I actually still like if I say Avatar, I think the Airbender, not the blue guys. First, I think the Airbender first.
Kind of an interesting thing to pick a name similar to what's already been done.
It's a bold strategy.
Yeah.
Like we know it worked for them, but yeah, bold. Very bold.
Very bold.
What else do we have? Do we have anything else to discuss? I don't think so.
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I don't think so either. We could call it there for the week. I think when we sit down next, we should have the first episode or maybe the first couple of episodes of. Yeah. So whatever airs, I don't know the answer to this, whether it's just one episode or if it's 2 or 3. I don't know how Disney are going to do it, but next week, next Wednesday, the first few episodes of X-Men 97 season 2 will be out. Whether it's only 1 or maybe it's 2 or whatever, but there will be some 97 to talk about.
Nice.
So yeah, that's what we'll sit down and talk about next. Massive shout out to anybody who's here listening to this live, or if you're listening to us on a replay, just once again, massive shout out to anybody who's listened to us on this whole journey. This is episode 200. So very, very happy to be here. Hope to be here for another 200 episodes as well. And yeah, we'll see you soon, guys. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Have a good one.